Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jax. We're back in the car. It's been a while since we've been in the car doing a video, but we're here. Today, obviously, you can see the title. We are relationship obsessed, and I understand it to some degree, but I'm also one of those people that's like very happy single, very happy doing my own thing. I think I've talked about this before, but like I really enjoy sleeping alone. Like I find it very difficult to like sleep with someone else in the bed, like physically. Like I'm not talking about like getting busy or anything. I just find it like I don't sleep like a starfish. Like I don't do that, but I just don't want anyone to touch me, you know? I just like I generate a lot of heat and I just don't need to be sweaty and gross in bed. Um and so like I'm pretty happy alone and single. And I know that sounds kind of funny and like we always make fun of those people who are like, "Well, I'm happy alone." It's like, "Okay, well, nobody wants to be with you." So but like our society is very relationship obsessed. And like I was talking with a friend and I was saying like, "Oh yeah, like I just drove through the mountains and it was like a really nice time. I had a really good time." And his response was, "Oh, that would be so nice to do like with a girlfriend or a boyfriend." And I was like, "Bro, like I was just telling you about like this really nice trip I went on." And he was just like, "Oh, that would be so nice to be like with a partner." And I'm like, "No, I had a nice time by myself. Like I enjoyed it. I got to go to the places I wanted to do. I could stop when I wanted to stop." Like, some people are just, and I think our society in general is just very oriented towards relationships and towards couples. And I don't know. I enjoy doing my own thing a lot. I think like there's a couple that come to the gym and they're older than me. They're married. They're in their 30s or 40s probably. And they come to the gym, but they like do their own thing. So like I see them arrive at the gym and like the guy does weights, she does cardio, and then at the very end they like sit in the hot tub together and they chat and stuff. And I really like that because it's not like they have to do every exercise together. And like she'll go onto the elliptical and he'll be like doing barbells or something. And I just think like that's the way it should be. Like not like, oh, we have to be with each other every second, you know. And yeah, I don't know. We put so much pressure on relationships. Like we have to do everything together. We have to like the same things. We have to do the same things. And I don't vibe with that. I don't like that. I want to be able to do my own thing, have my own space. My grandparents have, like, I think since they were married, have always had separate bedrooms. And so like they don't always like not sleep together. My grandfather's like a big snorer. Um, but like honestly, like I love that. Like if my grandmother just wants like a chill night alone, like I'm very much like my grandmother. And she just like sometimes she's just like, "I just want a chill, quiet night by myself." And so she will go off and do that. And I think that's so healthy and that's so nice. Cause I've been in long-term relationships where I've lived with my partner. And honestly, some days you're just like, I just need some space. Like I love you, but I need my space. I need to go do my own thing. Um, I need like a little vacation or a weekend without you, or I need to go out with my friends and you can do your own thing. But like our culture is so obsessed with like being a couple, and it's so normal to become a couple and then drop all of your friends and not see anybody and just like live like just the couple. And I don't like that at all. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's good for the relationship itself, and it's not good for the mental state of the people in it. Um so yeah, that's like my little like relationship caveat and like that kind of thing. And now I want to like more talk about like why is our society so obsessed? Like if you're single, it's like the biggest thing in your life while you're single is looking for a relationship, is dating. Like our whole society is geared to like that whole culture. Like Tinder and Bumble and all of these dating sites are massive multi-billion-dollar companies now because our society is absolutely obsessed with finding the one, finding the next great thing. A huge part of social media is about dating and looking attractive to a potential mate. And like it's all just like this very biological based thing, and I understand it. Like I understand the biological need and like the urge to find somebody to be with, and like it does feel good to be in a relationship. But when you're like, actually I was gonna say when you're young, like you shouldn't be, but like honestly at any age, being primarily focused on a relationship, there is like life is so diverse. There is so much to life. So I think the idea of like just focusing on, I need to get a partner, I need to get in a relationship, like I need to find somebody, like just breathe, you know? The leaves are changing color. It's a beautiful day. And, you know, I have work to do. I have stuff I want to accomplish. I went to the gym. Finding a relationship is, it's a priority, you know, it's in my top 10 for sure. But I am like at this point where I have this very laid back approach. I'm like, you know what? I'm still figuring out a lot of my life, what I want to do, where I want to be, those kinds of things. And so I'm not on a dating app. Like I'm not viciously trying to like find a relationship. I'm really happy with who I am. I'm happy with the people in my life. And if I meet someone organically, or, you know, if somebody like messages me and really like, you know, proves to me like, oh yeah, this person's worth it, you know, I'm willing to open my life up to this person, then great, you know, that's a happy surprise. But like I talked about having expectations a few days ago, and how, you know, having a high expectation usually leads to like really feeling bad when it's not met. It's the same kind of thing. I don't have any expectations when I go on a first date. I don't have any expectations about, you know, oh my gosh, I'm 27 years old, I must find a partner now or I will be forever alone. No, like that's not a factor. You know, like my aunts and uncle met at like 55 years old, and they've been together for like 20 years now, something like that. And like they are soulmates. Like I'm absolutely convinced, like they've never had a problem. They love each other so much. They both had previous relationships, like previous marriages, but then they met each other, and like, oh my gosh, are they like just like a beautiful, beautiful representation of love. So I'm not worried about not finding my person at 27, because maybe I'll meet them at 57. Maybe I'll meet them at 97. Who knows? That would be sad, but you know, oh well. Actually, no, it would be beautiful. Like that I still got to meet the person. Yeah, so no, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I meet them at 97. I changed my mind. But yeah, I just think if you're like absolutely obsessed with a relationship, you aren't going to find a good one. You know, I don't think, like if you're being so desperate that you're like, oh, I just need somebody, you're not going to meet the quality that you want. You know, if you're dating just for the short term, you know, you're not going to live in the same place for long, you know, you just want to have some fun, like whatever, that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you make that intention really clear to whoever you're dating. But if you're looking for like wife or husband or partner, whatever, if you're looking for somebody like for the rest of your life, you need to be careful with that. That's one of the biggest decisions you will ever make in your life. And so being desperate and just picking somebody because they're there, like because of proximity, like, oh, they're close, I'll do that. Not the vibe, not the way to live. You have to be in it for the long term. You really do. And that only happens when all your other goals are met and you're a happy, independent human being who don't need no man, because then you find a good one. So yeah, I don't know. I do laugh a little bit about how obsessed our culture is with relationships and dating, and you know, there are special couple deals and Valentine's Day, and you know, our whole culture is so incredibly geared towards, you know, you got to find a relationship. What's wrong with you? You're single? There must be something wrong with you. It's like, no, maybe I'm just doing my thing. You know, I always laugh because like I get like hundreds of comments a day on TikTok, and a huge amount of them are like, I can't believe you're single. Like, how are you single? What's wrong with you? Like, oh my gosh, like, you know, and I'm just like, guys, like, I'm not like rushing out there trying to, like, I'm not on a first date every week. I don't do that. I don't go on a bunch of dates and stuff like that. Like, if I'm going to find someone, I'm going to really take my time and, you know, go for it. A few of my friends have gotten into relationships like so fast, so incredibly quick. And, you know, just acquaintances that I know and other people as well. And, you know, I would never judge them for their situations, but I do wonder, like what is the rush? Like, why do you feel this? And I've said this to them, so I'm okay sharing this with you. I've said to them, like, what is the rush? What is your intention with, like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done now, today, here, we need a relationship. And they really don't have a great answer for it. You know, they talk about how, sad they are alone and that kind of stuff. And I think, like, like, you're gonna be sad in the relationship. If you're sad now, a partner isn't going to fix your life. It really shouldn't. And you wouldn't ask somebody to do that for you. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Relationship obsessed. Who knows? And like, I'm not preaching like on my high horse or anything. Like, there are moments where I'm like, man, it would be nice to like have somebody. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do think of that, but I'm also pragmatic enough to like look at it and say, you know what? Like, I'm really happy where I am. I'm working on my goals. I'm achieving what I want to achieve. And if I find somebody who, wants to share that life with me, then awesome. That's awesome. Like, I'm not going to say no, but it's not my main goal. It's not my objective. I have other goals and dreams and aspirations. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know what you think. I love you guys, and as always, I will talk to you tomorrow.